bit hungrier, and perhaps also the balance with injuries, etc. It's been a very long season for all these schools, and you really have to put your hand up for the players and the coaching staff and the management, and a lot of pride for both of these schools. Of course, Isipathana, huge reputation, had a wonderful season, defending champions from league season last year, and didn't quite make it in that final. It was a bit of a surprise for Isipathana themselves more than anybody else, but it's all part of the game. And here they are today with a chance to pick up another trophy for their very impressive cupboard. A long history of very famous Sri Lankan representative players and some wonderful rugby players. A great culture that Isipathana shares with the rest of us here in Sri Lanka. For Science College, what a great dream final this has been. Getting into the semis and beating St. Peter's along the way. We'll have a look at the road to the final if you want. Let's have a look at the weather report first though. So just to check on the conditions. There you go, let's have a look. Fair, it says. The temperature at 30 degrees C, which means you're going to be cooking in your boots. The humidity at 69%, which makes it a little tough. But the wind hopefully will pick up. It's 18 kilometers per hour so far. You can see the rustles and the wonderful greenery, the canopy around this wonderful arena. Because this Royal College Rugby specific arena is quite a special place. Hosts of many, many finals, of course, and those wonderful stories that have been a very long rugby season for the schools league. Having said all that, it really comes down to how good these two sides are going to be today. In the middle, under pressure, under this wonderful sunshine. So it really comes down to it. Let's have a look at the road to the finals, and then we'll come back with my friend Changa, who's joining us on commentary. Here's that big road. Look at the quarterfinal lineup. Both Patana and Royal got buys into the semi-finals. And when Science met Royal in that very famous, now very famous semi-final, there's a score on screen. 52-26. Royal, the league champions, and many would have disbelieved, but those are the facts. So Science through to the final. They beat St. Peter's along the way, which was a very, very hard quarter-final for them. So it's been a very tough road for them. For Trinity and DSA and Ica, Trinity got through and met Patana in that big semi. And it could have gone either way, but Patana just too good on the day, and they get through. So Patana into another final for themselves. And who will win the big Milo President's Trophy 2015? Well, your heart is beating as much as mine, and I'll tell you, for the boys in the middle, you can hear them warming up behind me. They're in their final huddles, just screaming everything out, just trying to get that adrenaline at the right temperature, if you want to call it that. It's a special, special feeling. They're out of the dressing room. Both teams are out of the dressing room. They're warming up behind the goal line on both sides, and just trying to get some ownership into the grounds to make sure that they are mentally in that very special place. That's the hardest thing to do, because there's so much nervous energy being dispelled as we speak. So if you look at all of the things that go on in teams, it really comes down to the team that has prepared themselves. The nervous energy has to be sorted out. The coach has a hard job making sure that the team is focused, and focused at the right time on the job in hand. 80 minutes of absolutely intense rugby, and it's anybody's so far. On paper, of course, Patana have the edge. There's no doubts about that one. And have a look at this. There are the boys warming up. This is the Science College kids on the other side. You can imagine how excited they are to be in this big final. And, you know, you have to look at, well, they certainly are the underdogs on the occasion, but that has little meaning once the ball is kicked off. It'll be very special. Let's have a chat now with my very good friend, rugby stalwart, and sat comfortably with the Milo ball as well. So he's looking the part. Changa, big day for Science, big final, another knockout final.
Yeah, hi, absolutely. Yes, Sean. It's a big day for Science. I watched Science playing a couple of games, and result-wise, maybe they're the surprise package, but playing-wise, they're not the surprise package. They have played some good rugby this season, and it's great to see them in the finals. Isipathana, of course, has been in this place, have been there before, And
Let's have a look at the highlights, Changa, so you can see exactly how they got through to this big final.
that's Patana playing Isipathana, Trinity.
Well, I think, for Trinity College, we've had a very good season, but Patana on the day, a little bit too sharp. There you go, try time for the winger. And just one of those things, I suppose, when you have long seasons, it does take a huge effort to be able to still keep going into the knockout from the league and carry on, despite the injuries, despite all of the wear and tear.
Yeah, so far the two tries that I've seen, Isipathana scoring has been very soft. No tackling, no defense at all by Trinity.
Like I was saying, a long season for Trinity, and of course, when that happens, Shanghai, it really is a side that's a little bit more focused on the day, and I think Patana just had the edge on that semi-final day.
Yeah, certainly, because that is the same scoreline up in Kandy when Trinity met Isipathana in the league, and Isipathana got the better of Trinity College at almost the same margin.
There you go, your old school getting some points on the board, always nice.
Yeah, good to see that.
Nice to see the crowds back for school rugby, but there's no issues about what is the #1 sport, and here's nice try for the big man, just grinding his way through. No tackles really, Shanghai. People just watching a lot, playing off the ball there. Here's a chance again. This is just highlights of what happened in that semi-final. You can see the scores up in the corner of your screen there. Isipathana on the day, just a little sharper and a little stronger. There's the skipper Omaka. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders today, Changa, but I hope that they've learned from that semi-final, and they learned from the league final as well, or at least the game against Royal, where they tended to depend a little bit on a few players, and Patana just found out the hard way that you need to play as much of the 15 as possible all the way through.
Yeah, I hope they have taken a leaf off that league finals, but certainly Royal came thumbs up that they were fantastic. I mean, that had been a fantastic season for Royal. There's no doubt about that.
So let's have a look at the second set of highlights. And here's a chance now where everybody thought that Royal would have the advantage, but Science had other ideas. And there were lots of considerations about Royal College and what they could have done. They had a chance at a unique triple crown. But, well, we just talk about the triple because they had won the Bradby and they had a chance. But Science, good pace, wonderful on the break, far too sharp.
Absolutely far too sharp. And the body language of the Royal players is totally different. Science, of course, they are focused on coming to the finals for the very first time.
First phase rugby, nice to see from Science. Of course, Royal College was always a reputation with their big forwards, and they've won many a game using that rolling maul to much advantage. But against Science, it wasn't the case.
Yeah, Sean, absolutely, because don't forget they were unbeaten league champions. And Isipathana, of course, they won the sevens at the beginning of the season. So they're going for the double this evening. And Royal missed out an opportunity, as you said, of having a double.
2-2, and of course in the second half it was a slightly different story. Roy had actually got some decent points on the board and looked like they were the Science had got all the points in that first half, and they actually racked up a huge 52 points to Royal's 26, and a now famous victory that won them the final berth.
Absolutely, with 52 points to 26, that speaks a lot, and it's good to see the Science College
at the Royal College Stadium in the big President's Trophy, the Milo President's Trophy knockout final. So really, when you consider psychologically, they've got nothing to lose. They're just going to go for it. For Patana on the other side, they've got a huge reputation as a massive team, big, hard, And, they're very much the favorites on paper, Changa. But in these big finals, as you know, anything is possible. It just comes down to what you do with the luck that you get, the little bit of chance, those little errors that you...
Sean, anything is possible because you can see it's a surprise package to see Science on this evening in the finals. That he speaks and confirms in the knockout tournament, anything.
Dinesh talking to the Science captain.
ස්තුතියි ගල්කිස්ස විද්‍යාලය කණ්ඩායම පෙරලිකාර කණ්ඩායමේ නායකයා මාත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා ලසිඳු. බොහෝ දිනක් අහන ප්‍රශ්න සහභාගී වුණේ නැහැ. එහෙම වුණා නම් ඔබ කණ්ඩායම මේ අවස්ථාවට එන එකක් නැහැ කියලා. මොකද නායකයා හැටියට කියන්නේ.
ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අන්තිම වෙනකන් අපිට කියලා තිබ්බනේ අටක් ගන්න නැහැ කියලා. ඒත් අපි හිටියේ මොන වුණත් අපි ෆයිනල් එක එනවා කියලා තීරණය තමයි හිටියේ. ඒගොල්ලයි අපි අනිවාර්යයෙන් මැච් එක දිනනවා කප් එක ගෙදර ගෙනියනවා.
මහතරංගයකට පළමු වතාවට ඔබ කණ්ඩායම මුහුණ දෙන්නේ මේක ලොකු බරක්ද?
නෑ අපි ෆයිනල්ස් ආපු හැම මැච් එකක්ම දිනලා තියෙනවා. ෆයිනල්ස් under 18 ආවා. under 18 දෙයක් ආවා, sevens එකක් ආවා, ලීග් එකක් ආවා. අනිවාර්යෙන් අපි ෆයිනල් ආවත් අනිවාර්යෙන් කප් එක ගෙදර ගෙනියනවා.
ප්‍රතිවාදී කණ්ඩායමේ කරදරකාර ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් කියලා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද?
Thank you very much, Dinesh and Lasindu, the Science key. Let's hope it goes well. Now let's have a look at the Patana captain and what he has to say about their chances in this big final.
හොඳයි. දැන් මාත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා කතා බාර ඉසිපතන විද්‍යාලය කණ්ඩායමේ නායකයා ඔමල්ක ගුණරත්න. ඔමල්ක අපි දෙදෙනා අවසන් වතාවට මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගණයේදී හමු වුණා. එදත් හැබැයි ගොඩාක් දේවල් කිව්වා. කරගන්න බැරි වුණා. ඒක මානසික බරක්ද මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය පිළිබඳව ඔබට එහෙම?
මැච් පරදිනවා දින්නවා. ඉතින් ඒක ලොකු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. ගොඩක් දේවල් මම කිව්වා. ඉතින්
ඒකල බැලුවොත් විශාල පරතරයක් තිබෙනවා. හැබැයි ලේසි වෙන එකක් නෑ.
අනිවාර්යෙන් ඒගොල්ලෝ හොඳට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරලා එන්නේ අනිවාර්යෙන්. මොකද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ පළවෙනි ෆයිනල් එක මම දන්න විදිහට. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ හොඳ කණ්ඩායමක් තියෙනවා. මොකද රාජකීය විද්‍යාලයයි ශාන්ත බීන්තර විද්‍යාලයයි අභිබව ඒගොල්ලන් ආවේ. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට ලොකු අභියෝගයක්. ඉතින් අපි අභියෝගයේ
පිළිබඳව
අපි එහෙම විශේෂයෙන් ප්ලේ කෙනෙක් ඉලක්ක කරන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද ඒගොල්ලන් ටීම් එකක් විතර සෙල්ලම් කරනවා. අපි ටීම් එකක් විතර සෙල්ලම් කරනවා. ඉතින් අලුත් උපක්‍රම අපි මැච් එකට යොදලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ අලුත් උපක්‍රම යොදලා ඇති කියලා හිතනවා. ඉතින් හොඳ තරගයක් තියද?
හොඳයි. හොඳ තරගයක් දැක බලාගමු. ඔබ කණ්ඩායමට අපි සුබ පැතුම්.
බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you, Omalka. Well, there you go. The stage is set. You can't ask for more of a proper script than that. Both captains very confident. Very nice to see the young men ready. When we come back, the big finals.
Aya used to say, that's the day everything changed. Milo Energy, from the goodness of milk, malt, barley and chocolate, brings out the best in you. Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Live on Channel I for this Milo Trophy President's Knockout Final. Let's have a look at the wonderful crowds here who turned up in their numbers. It's a very special day for Science College, as we said, to have all their fans, their families, their supporters, the old boys, of rugby at Science. There's no shortage of courage and guts and skill and pace. They really have a very special reputation for the pace at which they play this game and the skills that they bring as well. Nice to see, and we wish them well. It's something that their fans will be expecting. You heard the captain simply say, we've been from our under 18 days. Every time we get into a final, we tend to go home with the cup. Well, you have to confidence and take it for what it is, because this is what it's all about. And of course, when you look at the mot and part of rugby as well, as always, being part of the sport, investing in the youngsters and making sure that we have a path forward for rugby in particular with this Milo Trophy. It's wonderful. It really is a very special feeling, not just for the two schools in the final, but for all the other rugby players who've been part of the Milo Knockout Trophy. And we wish all the schools a very good season. They've had a fairly decent run, and of course, time to recover, time to get away from the game and to build up again and come back stronger in the next season. So that's something to look for. Very special indeed, Changa. Having the likes of Milo involved in sport makes it an extra special story, because when you have the corporates, you know that you've got the big godfather-like figures that are not going to let it lag or fall down in the middle. So You have continuity and history and the good processes.
Yes, Sean, because if you look at the picture, you can see the green Milo flags. We need the green bucks. Plans, you have everything in order. You have the people in there in the place, but you need the money. The fair, it's very fair. I think it's a fair amount of liquid that you need to go in. And I think 2 Milos will do us good because it's very warm up here. Having said that, Milo has supported not only rugby. I think when I read in the newspapers and all the media, they even support athletics. Every school event is backed up by Milo, and that's huge. That's tremendous because they back them up in finances, in supporting to achieve what we have achieved.
True, and of course, if you see their tagline, fueling, and that's what Milo is all. And the huge involvement makes it very special, not just for the players involved, but also for the families, for the friends, for the whole village, for the schools, and all of that stuff that goes on. Brilliant. Well, let's have a look at the team cards and then decide a little bit more on the team compositions and the strengths and weaknesses. Well, it's a big knockout final. Row this for Science, Silva, Lairu, Viranga. The second row is Madhushan and Daminda. And the back row, very critical, Janit, Udesh, Lasin, they'll have their work cut out today. And the halfback combination of Hashan and Nishad, who will have to be absolutely sharp as nails. Centers Tarid and Nirosh, under pressure, but have some finishers. And then the 13, 15, 14 of Tanuj C. That's the Science lineup. Here's the Isipathana lineup. Lairu, Nisal, Sachin, the big front row. Chatura and Matisha as the 2 locks, the big second row boys. And Vagish Alka, how critical is the number 8 and the halfback combination of Isur and Harit. With Asita and Kushan in the center, a lot of work cut out for them, a lot of expectations, of course, and a marked set as well. Chanod, Rehan and Dilan, all marked by this Science plan. Depending on the coach and depending on what they plan to do, they will try and rush them, I'm sure. Those are the 2 lineups. Reflection of that sky and this country and the Royal College turf. My. This indeed is fueling the winning spirit and makes us all feel very special indeed to be a small part of this magnificent story. Let's have a look at the crowd, hushed as well, waiting in anticipation. They've got family, they've got mind, and give them strength and courage and look forward to a very strong final. Here's the 2 teams coming out through, hands on the deck just to say, give me strength, their belief, the heart pumping as loud as the adrenaline pouring out of the ears. It's a special feeling, and I can't think of a better place to be than to be able to talk this game. My Science in their red strip and Patana in their traditional green.
The 2 teams are being lined up, and we would take this opportunity to cordially invite our very and of course
the principals, etc. Just the mind will be racing. As the cameras will follow
the respective schools. Of the Sri Lanka Police, especially in the Northern Province, the former commandant of the Special Task Force, a former national rugby coach, and a very successful rugby captain, special Mr. Nimal Leuke, our chief guest, in the company of Mrs. Shivani Hegde, the managing directors of Nestle Lanka, the worthy sponsors Nestle, Major Sri Lanka Schools Rugby Football Association, Mr. Ranjit Chandrasena, the secretary, Mr. Susanta Mendes, the treasurer, Mr. Nirodha Vijayarama. They'll be joined by 2 individuals, Norman Kannangara, assistant vice president beverages, Nestle Lanka, And of course, Mr. Bandhu Legodage, Assistant Vice President, Corporate Affairs, Nestle match officials. It's their culture. We've got Isipathana and Science meeting one another. They'll have a robust style of play. First of all, Science College is their first appearance in a knockout schools final, a Milo knockout schools final. The team led by Lasindu Karwatilaka, there's Amila Chaturanga, the coach, Amal Jasurya, the teacher in charge, and of course Mr. D.B. Peramuna, the principal. And for them, for their supporters, it's a great opportunity to see the side brimming with confidence. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the school song for Isipathana College.
Sarve Mata Isipathane Amradas Desa Jaya Andanamba. Sarve Mata Isipathane Amradas Desa Jaya Andanamba. Aranas Isipathane Nigada Munidun Desuveda Meda Nirari Kutta Kutta Nanda Vidita Nirtunga Nandi Mula Polare Sarve Mata Isipathane Amradas Desa Jaya Andanamba. Itu Mahanin Mohadura Durala Atta Sita Gata Mata Upadamala Desa Basa Kumata Baby Vira Putunga Mula Polare Sarve Mata Isipathane Amradas Desa Jaya Andanamba. Sarve
Thank you. Feel the passion, feel the culture of the two schools. Year on year, year in, year out, hundreds and thousands of champions from all over the island, from all walks of life, have taken on Milo sports. Yeah, today is your day to be champions. Make it count. Let another champion story begin. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Milo knockouts. Dineva Parcel Rugby. Dineva Milo. Jai 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 Sri.
And the first catch, so critical to everything.
Yeah, that's Richard Carr, the referee this evening. In the pictures, yes, Sean, that's absolutely true. I would cut it down to the first 20. It's going to be very crucial.
Too true. In the first 20, these kids are completely switched on. You can see all of the months and months of hard work come down to the next 80 minutes, and they know, Isipathana know, if they work hard, get it right, play as a team, they have everything to look forward to. For Science on their part, they're going to try and upset the balance, run as much as they possibly can, create havoc amongst the defense, and change that pattern. Interesting to see. We've got the team sheets here. We'll run through that in a second. But here you are waiting for referee Carter and the kickoff. How special is going to be this big story. Science in a big final. Very special for them. I can't think of a more descriptive way of saying their hearts are on their sleeves, Changa. They're going to give it absolutely everything.
They should, because they have worked so hard this season with the coaching staff. It's made a lot of sacrifices, and I'm sure it's going to be a big, great occasion for them to be in this final and with Pathana.
Well, you can't ask for more than that, really, for everybody watching around Sri Lanka and on the live stream on www.channeli.lk. Here's the kickoff. Ball into touch straight away. Science College let it go through. And it's a line-out ball just inside the 22. I think it was a critical miss, Chang'ai. He really should have caught that ball. No one put their hand up. Little nervous energy, perhaps.
There will be a few in the first 10 minutes of nervousness, trying to take everyone. They did play each other in the league season, and of course Isipathana just ran away with the victory. It's a bad ball. Pathana knocks forward, knocked the ball forward in the line out, couldn't catch it clean.
Well, early days here, just minutes in. It's not even a minute so far. And there's been some helter-skelter. Pathana now with the throw-in. They want to get this one right straight away, which they do. Neatly done. There we go. Walk and talk. Hit the deck. Ball coming out now. Nicely done. Little miss pass. Planned move. Good tackle. Nicely done. Here we go. Numbers on the outside. Pathana. Oh, a little bit of work. Trying time.
That's the start the Greens were looking for. That's the run that supporters were looking for. Absolutely. Just hands. One in, two out. And one again, another one in. Over the try line.
Just extra numbers. And the drift defense couldn't get across because of that missed pass in the middle. Bringing in the win three-quarter was a good plan, but the offload was outstanding. And a try, beautiful. Have a look at this on the replay. There's the reverse angle coming up for you. He's got a bit of work to do. He's taken opposite number. Nice pop. Beautiful offload. 3-1. He had three defenders, and the mistake by the Science defense was they all targeted the wingman and left the inside support player untouched.
One simple word, communication.
Too true, that drift defense has to talk loud. Oh, off the upright. Is that a sign of things to come, Changa?
Well, I don't know about the kick, missing the kick and hit the upright is a sign of things to come. But certainly the try opens a lot of things to come. Certainly because they are trying to run the ball. Look at that. 1, 2. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, and that is what you get for defenses. When you turn defenses on their head, you need to try and look at the support line coming up. You got to keep your markers on that inside runner, and that's what Science didn't do. Isipathana now completely adrenaline charged with that first try. They're going to hammer it up front. You can see how much charge there. Here you go, ball for them again. Nice set. Using the wind to their advantage, banging the ball down the park. Science trying to run it out of trouble. Not the wisest thing to do. Numbers, the green shirts are there. Is it turnover ball? Oh dear, there you go. All sorts in the first 2 minutes, Janga. Exactly what Pathana wanted.
Quite rightly, the skipper has called for the 3 points. It's quite a good, that's a correct call, correct decision. So it's just 3.5 minutes coming into the 4th minute, and Pathana got 5 points on the board with the conversion of the penalty conversion to come.
I rather think Amalka's just saying, look, calm it down, get your job done. We want to put the pressure on these boys as much as possible, and that's what they're doing. Coach Nilif Ibrahim and Walpula would have talked about this. What they didn't do in that league match against Royal College was put pressure and keep the pressure. They had their chances. Here you go. Easily done, nicely through, no fuss at all. 3 for. So we're on score here now. Isipathana right on target. And earlier in the morning, fabulous.
8 points. It's 4.5 minutes on the clock. Fantastic. That's the crowd, the Patana crowd. I can see the green flags still not waving. It's too early to wave.
Well, they're as shocked as anybody else that Isipathana 8 up in 4 minutes. And referee Carter's got a job on his hands. Science with the restart. Nearly collected cleanly, but the number 7 couldn't hold on to it. So there's the impressive kids all dressed up in their Milo t-shirts. Their job today is as equally important as anybody else. Look at them in the background in their proud Milo caps and white t-shirts. Good line out ball for Isipathana again. Science will have to come up with a better plan to try and counter this rolling ball. Isipathana still rolling. They're all over the place.
Why did he do that? Why did he, after the forwards had a good line out, got themselves together, grinding, they were moving forward, driving forward, and then you win the ball, and the halfback decides to put the ball into no man's land.
I don't think that was part of a plan, Chang'a. Somehow I think he just got a rush of blood into his head because all that hard work needed to get a little more yardage.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to keep the ball alive, but not keep the ball away from to the opponents to counter-attack. And this is the 4th line out and 4th line of the match, and all 4 lineouts have been Isipathana's throwing.
So here you go. There's another line out call for Isipathana. Nicely done. Science not contesting the ball. And trying to just turn that man over. The ball catcher didn't quite happen. Inside. Almost dislodged the ball. And yes, they've done that. Turnover ball for Science College. What will they do? Big long cutout pass. Numbers. They're going to go all the way. They've got space. Oh dear, oh dear. What was the wingman thinking? He decided to run inside without telling anybody and just stuck his hand out. They had 3-1. Look at that, Chang'a. Terrible story. Should have gone on the outside. And perhaps just a little bit of miscommunication. And Patana drift defense is able to get across.
Yeah, it's 3-1. The referee is playing advantage, bringing play back for the 3 quarters the offside at the rock, and so Science gets the penalty.
Well, very nice to see the confidence that Science had. Nicely taken there. Very well done. Kept the ball in play. But it was good to see Science run the ball straight away. And here's another opportunity.
Oh, that's the number 8. Their leading strike scorer this season. And skipper.
Good offload. Beautiful. Numbers for Science. Patana's defense adjusts now. Good drive. Good leg drive from that tackler. But ball still available for Science. Numbers. The big man! Desperately short of that line, inches away, trying to get it wide now. It is static, no one to pass to. Ball went back. Oh dear, a little rushed on the part of Science College. They just needed to settle a little bit more, be a little bit more composed, and they had a try for the asking. The big man should have scored, really.
Yeah, he should have scored. He should have used a bit more weight on that with the speed. But they are answering it back now as he has come down, knocked forward by the Greens by trying to get the ball. Look at the replay. Look at the fly half. The halfback in there. Pop that pass.
Didn't put a name on that pass, unfortunately. Had he done that, there was a try for the asking. So Science College giving as good as they got. Here they are now with the pressure scrum just underneath, well, in front of the uprights. And easy.
This is the first scrum of the match.
It is. And nicely done. Oh my goodness. How easy was that, Changa?
They're not going through butter. So simple. So easy. Madhuranga, the center, just going through that defense.
First phase ball, beautiful to see. And I've always been one of these little fellows who's been shouting about first phase ball. Have a look at this. Nicely done from the number 8. Big long pass. Boom! Hand off. Nobody home. Thank you very much. Good try. Excellently done by Madhuranga. Knew exactly where he was going. Didn't veer off that path. Just put his head down and ran so straight. Outstanding play and nice to see. Of course, here we are now with the conversion. So Science College come back straight away. 10 minutes gone. 7-8. They make it as close as possible. Good to see. This is going to be a final and a half, Changa.
Yeah, because we're talking about the 8 points in the 5 minutes. Look at that replay, number 8. He knows exactly what he was doing. Offload to the center and just ran straight through the gap.
Very weak tackling, of course, from that Patana defense. His opposite number just didn't make any attempt to tackle him and copped the hand out in the process. Science College now. A little bit more confidence. Madhuranga again decides he's going to run in. Oh, no, he decided what he was going to do. Wasn't exactly part of a plan. A little bit dangerous inside his own 22. Nice ball from Patana. Is he going to run into touch? Just inside. Replied. A little dangerous now. Still on. Patana now got numbers. Wasn't a very good clearance kick. Here they go again. Big Patana running, driving at the line. The big number 3. Alavatagoda, neatly done. Here we go. More numbers for Patana. The green shirts are storming the Science line. Nicely done by the number 1. Vishwan. Oh, not staying on their feet, says referee Kada. Skipper Malka says, what? Can't believe, little wry smile. Viswajit should have really done a little bit better, but Science, lucky get off. They got, it's a good, they managed to get away from that one.
Yeah, they managed to get Malka in the referee's books thought that he was held, and I think he was right. He should have released the ball or passed it.
So Science, well, under pressure, did well to keep the green shirts away from their line. Good tackling. But a little dangerous, I thought, to try and run it inside their 22, given the pressure. But nevertheless, that's a combination of nervous energy and confidence all mixed up at the same time. You try and look for your fellow players, and if you don't find somebody, you try and run wide, and that's what Madhuranga did, rather.
Shana, no guts, no glory.
Well, true, you got to keep trying, and sometimes you are lucky you manage to get through that one tackle. And if the defense hasn't drifted, you've got a nice little passage all the way through, because that means there's going to be 1 or 2 little gaps which you can exploit. You've got about 30-40 meters of clear running before you hit the full back, or perhaps the wingman covering from the blind. If the wingman stays away, well, that's what wingman, that's what we all dream about, really. Big scrum. They're putting some pressure. Penalized for early engagement.
Yeah, I think they were penalized for driving early.
But you've got to wait on the referee's call. You've got to be very clear. The referee's call is very defined. And it's 3 calls, Changa. So you just got to wait for it. Oh, little chip and go. Earns himself a penalty in the process. Very clearly says, get us into that corner because the wind is against them. And that's sensible play.
I think the little chip helped him, and the Patana forward just nudged into him after the kick, depriving him from, oh, that's terrible. He should have got touched there.
Well, yes, advantage squandered, and nevertheless they're lucky they get the ball back and they get a chance of a throw-in. But well, the decision-making process is such an important part of this game, and of course you always are able to gauge good sides, Changa, from the composure in deciding what to do when they have ball in hand.
Well, that makes them in front. As you see, Science, a beautifully short line out. Oh, he dropped the ball there.
Oh my goodness. There will be some gnashing of teeth in the Science camp because it worked like a T. It actually came off. Have a look at this. He's through. Just couldn't get the pass back.
Okay.
Ended up passing it forward. Had it gone to hand, Changa, very different story. So 15 minutes gone in this Milo Trophy President's Knockout Final. If you're joining us for the first time live on Channel I, because we certainly cover all of it, this is another final on Channel I, and of course a lot more finals ahead when you consider that the Rugby World Cup on the radar. Successful. Very successful from Science there. Good wheel.
It's a good wheel. I mean, we watched the wheel with good wheel, but in my books, I don't think it should be encouraged, Sean, because it kills the game. Because in the law book, I think it says deliberately wheeling can be penalized. It should be penalized. So I think the referee got to manage that. Imagine every time has come down and you just keep on wheeling.
Here we go. Numbers. Oh, drop the ball in the tackle.
One was a forward pass, the other one was a knock forward. Look at the replay.
There's the replay now. There it is. The big number 8. Good tackles. Excellent. 2 men converging on that centre 3/4 and clattering him hard and dislodging the ball. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, excellent defense. Otherwise, we would have been counting the numbers.
Certainly would have been, and it would have been in right underneath the uprights as well. There would have been lots of cheering on the red shirts, but let's have a look at these faces. There you go. Just giving it some chat. Nice to see. Giving as good as they get. Have a look at the eyes. All of the months and years of practice. And here they are on the big stage in the big final. 8-7 to Isipathana. Everything to play for. Good scrum. Under pressure, nicely cleared. With the wind in their half, they have everything to, well, I suppose every time they kick, they're going to try and hang it as high as possible and get as much yardage as possible.
Sean, I think actually the cross kick was made there for the winger. Absolute in their own 22, behind the goal line, and he makes a cross kick. That's daring stuff.
Well, I'm going to go with you and give them that big shot because he looked like he was going to get to it, but the wind just took it slightly away. Maybe he should have hung it up a little bit higher. There's the skipper just grinding forward. Having a good game so far. Hands for Science. Looking on the inside. Still untouched, running into traffic. So there you are, referee Kada. Skipper Malka with the job on his hands today. He's got to marshal this side. really get them focused, concentrating on getting the little things right. And if they get that sorted out today, Changa, the basics, sometimes it's always good to play the expansive game, but in the sets, the basics are so very important. There you go.
Careful at science, that's what the board says.
Yep. As Patana just hammered down the middle. Skipper Malka, and that's what he's famous for. Good hard shoulder from the number 12 there. Well done, Pereira. Into the corner goes the fly half. Beautiful. Outstanding kick.
Yeah, he saw the space. He just got it over the in three-quarter. Emaka today, right through the season, he's been the skipper, he's been the playmaker, and also he's been the most marked man on the field.
Well, yes, I think, it's par for the course. The lad's got what it takes. He's a hard man. He works very hard, spends a lot of time in the gym, and is perhaps the fittest boy on the park. There's no two words about it. Leads by example. Wonderful sight for Sri Lanka as he goes forward. Tap ball for stolen, and stolen well. Numbers, beautiful. Science College defense standing off a little bit. Really should have been a little bit more conscientious. The center three-quarter looking for numbers. Here come the green machine. Hands, cut pass, extra. Oh dear. But the ball went back. Still on. Science defense readjusts. They try and just keep it close. Still driving. There's the number 2 driving for that line. Vishal Desika. Still defense from Science, throwing everything at the Isipathana line. Big long cutout pass. Are we going to go all the way? Nicely tackled. The number 12. Well done, Radu Pereira. RANU kept his marker on. That's what he called good grip. Don't let anybody, especially the ball carrier, get away. Mark him, hit him, drive at him. Well done. Good defense. Science.
Very good defense. Very individual, good defense, and team good defense, good team defense. Look at that. Take the man out with the ball and make sure that he stays out.
That's it. There you go. Didn't fall for the dummy. He knew that he was going to go on the wide outside. And that's what he did. Here's Science now with a chance. They won the line out. Good drive. Excellent leg drive from the skipper. Scrum half decides to go aerial. Puts it up. High up and under. Nicely collected by the number 14 for Patana. Galage. Oh! Big stamp there. That was, we saw that. Balls down the park. Got away. He's going to go. They're going to run back. They got number on the outside. Nicely done. Was it an early kick? Skipper's back there to number 8. Oh, the ball, the 15 picks it up. Dilshan. They're not going to go too far from here. The green shirts arrive in numbers. Where's that ball? Science look like they're going on their side. Yes, they have. Desperate measure now. They need to get out of this 22. Madhuranga. Not a very good kick. Just lines it up nicely for the Patana backs. Oh. Referee Carter brings play back. What was that, Changa?
Yeah, he said not releasing the tackle, the ball carrier, not releasing.
All right, not releasing on the deck.
On the deck, yeah.
Those are the simple things we were talking about earlier. You got to release the ball as soon as you hit the deck. So also sat comfortably next to us, Chang'a, today is our very good friend, Mr. Isipathana, all the way from Samoa. Nicely collected. Love to see the hands on both these sides. Beautiful. Oh! Just as I was saying, I like to see the hands on both these sides. I get hammered with the gremlin. As I was saying just before we went to that, Isipathana all the way from sunny Samoa. He's here in Sri Lanka. He came down for some very special work. We'll talk about that in a second, and we'll get him on to have a little chat and tell us about how well his country fared against the great All Blacks in Apia when the Manu Samoa played the world champion All Blacks in Samoa. It was a very close call. We'll talk about that in a second. In the meantime, back here live, 7-8. My goodness, 25 minutes almost gone. Should have really offloaded there. Madhuranga living dangerously just outside his 22. Scrum off, number 20. Hashan. Madhua. This is relentless from both sides. Referee Carter says not getting away. Penalty to Isipathana. It really is a furious pace, and you got to appreciate the level of performance for these boys, the work rate. Everybody's working really hard. It is a fantastic sight, Chang'o.
Yes, because at the end of the season, it's the last game, school game of the season, and for those legs to be so fresh running around but doesn't find touch.
Yes, criminal offense there, not finding touch when you get it. Not a very good kick either. Oh, man in front, I think. The ricochet, very unfortunate.
Well, my word was communication. I'll still say lack of communication there. Communication the key.
Well, the old story about calling for it and putting your marker on that ball didn't happen. 3 Pathanians went up for the same ball, and it just bounced off a shoulder, went forward. Then the collection cleanly was the man in front. Again, not collected cleanly. This time, let's see. Big high ball, definitely into touch. Taken quickly. Why was that, Chang'a?
He took the ball quickly, but he was in the field of play when he took it.
Okay. So he didn't take the line out in effect.
Yes, because the ball bounced out, then came back in. From where he stood, he just threw the ball in.
Hoping that the referee might let him go.
Very clever.
So we're 26 minutes in this Milo Trophy final, and it's everything to play for. From the number 10, Niranjan. Pathana whams it down the side. It's a line kick. Beautifully done. That ball's going to bounce. It's going to cause problems. Oh, the number 20. Beautiful sidestepping. Links up with the big number 1. CJ Silva. Silva drives up the park on the 50. This is good stuff from Science. Unfortunate. Didn't bounce right for Pathana. Here's Madhuranga down the park. It sits up nicely. Bit of tennis being played here. Nice line kick. Beautiful. Replied with interest from Isipathana. Deep inside that 22. Good stuff from the fly half. Gongawata got the headband on. And there he is, earning his stripes. Have a look at that bounce. Wonderful. And look at the sidestepping on this lad. The number 20. Hashan. Really well done. And the big man did his job too. He needs to drive a little bit more, dip his shoulder and keep going. The dust kicks up here because it is very much the dust bowl here at the Royal College. Despite the rain, despite the watering. Driven by the skipper for Science. The drift defense comes across. The number 12 now. Ranu Pereira off the deck, a little pop pass to the number 15. Tackle. At the high tackle, I think referee will indicate yes. It was a good tackle, but it just went a little bit too high. He needed to stay a little down under his shoulders. Have a look at this, here's the replay. He's done him right, he's got it sorted out. Well, there, just there in the finish. But before that, it wasn't the high tackle really, because it's shoulder high. But as he went to the ground, Changa, the hand just slipped up around the neck. And referee, it's his call. He said it looked dangerous. And well, it's so important that you try and maintain that authority. And Carter's done that rather well. Here's that short line out again. Hang on. High tackle again, says referee. Is that a high tackle, Changa? Very animated bench saying, come on, let's get finished, get over the line, put some more points on the board. Understandably, they've been in this half about 3 or 4 times and only scored that one try, so concern growing. Because you need to score the points, Changa. You need to get the points on the board. No point camping inside the 22 if you're not going to get that 3 and go back home.
Yeah, both teams have done the 99, but not go on over the 100. That's the problem. That's why the score's remaining 8-7.
Too true. It is a tantalizing scoreline when you consider everything that has gone on, because it really has been a furious pace.
Science College is having problems with the line out. The one before, the throw was not in straight. Here, they were going up and down and leaving the line out. I think that's what the referee must have seen, leaving the line out and changing numbers, and or maybe delaying the ball coming into the line out.
All right, so that ball's banged high up in the air. It's gone right over the stands, somewhere into the next ground, in fact, just around Independence Square. There we are. This is the officials. Mr. Mudan Nayaka, growing younger by the minute, I see. Looking sharp in his white t-shirt. His Milo stripes.
No, he should be given a Lifetime Achievement Award because today this Milo is all around the ground because it's due to the efforts of Mudan Nayaka.
Wonderful, and he certainly should. Patana running from inside their half. This is what you call confidence. The drift defense not right, working there for Science. Let the man stand up. Turnover ball though. Or is it? Oh, ripping on the deck, I think. Wasn't standing up enough. And that's the continuity you seek. There he is again, Mudan Nayaka. Wonderful, stalwart, worked all his years given to rugby and to schools rugby in particular. Was at Wesley for years and years and years, and raised that stable, and is alive. He brings the game alive, the way his energy, his enthusiasm, his commitment. Wonderful sight. And that's what you really want from your school masters and those of you who love the sport. Back with the game. Good leg drive again. But Science counter now. Look at that body position. That's the critical factor in these malls, Changa. It's where you are and how you are able to exert maximum pressure with your body weight. But beautiful from Patana. The walk and the talk. The big roller. Everybody's shouting them down. Patana grind away towards that line. Here it is now. Oh, landed on his head. Where did that go? Try time! Oh no, says referee. Amalka got them close enough, but what happened there? He didn't release. Holding on to the ball.
A very good
Let's
call.
have a replay. Referee Carter right on the spot. Here's the reverse angle of that shot. Beautiful shot. Look at that. Here's Amalka. Lands on his head almost. My goodness. Well done. Didn't release. Didn't release. He should have placed it further away. Unfortunately, he held on that 1 extra second because he knew there was nobody from Patana there. He had no choice but to hold on to that ball, but he sacrificed the try for sure.
Referee Carter was spot on.
Yes, right on the button. And the cameras, have a look at this. That's the try later on. But he dropped the no, I think. Well, doesn't matter because it's a penalty in the process. Penalty Patana. Penalty Patana, referee Carter says. What did he say, Changa? He said going over the top.
I'd like to see the replay because I didn't see that we were looking at the replay of that.
Yes, we were on that replay when the live action happened. But pressure still on the science line.
The question is, will Isipathana go the 90, 100 or will it be 98, 99 and not get points on the board?
Changa has decided he's going to count the yards and the meters. Good line out. Here comes the drive, Patana. Nicely turned, but they're still on. Good placement. Well done, Patana. Big man driving now for the line. Nicely bridged. Ball available still for Patana. Science defense still up to it. This is hard work for the forwards. Got to appreciate the amount of petrol in these legs. Energy sapping work from Patana. Just grinding feet rather than yards. Pop ball wide. Inside. Work to do. Good tackle. Drift defense. Oh, he missed it. How did he miss that? How on earth did he miss that ball? He was over the line and he just swung back. Didn't release, says referee. Let's have a look at that replay. My goodness, that was such a let-off. Have a look at this. He's gone. He's still going. He falls. He turns once. Momentum. Done. Turns again. Should have scored. He had the line staring at him. What was he thinking? Unbelievable from the number. Was it the 10? Was it the number 14, Gallagher? Mr. Gallagher just had a little bit of a brainstorm there. He was on the line. He just needed to turn and score. He just pulled the ball back, thinking he needed to send it back. Oh! Pressure, pressure, pressure. Science College getting it completely wrong, Changa.
They got the line out correct, but the execution of what happened after that was not right. It was.
Have a look at this again. There he is. He just needs to ground the ball. What were you thinking, Mr. Gallagher? He wanted to set the ball back. He was on the line. It was try. And he just, well, he stole a try away from himself, really. Yes, Patana again. Can they make up for it? Oh, referee gives it away. Taken quickly. Skipper Malka having a go. Referee Carter says no. The number 23 is the skipper for Science. Having a word. Karna Tilaka. Lasindu. He was talking to the ref.
Both skippers are playing as number 8.
Yeah, and both are as tough as nails, Changa. As hard as they come. Wonderful to see for the future of Sri Lanka rugby. I like to see these young men graduate all the way through the system. Much pride for the Lions flag as they start to walk on that big stage. Fabulous. No shortage of courage for these lads. Here's Patana now. The big grind. Skipper Malka driving at the line. Still hitting the numbers hard. He drives so hard when he goes through. The big number 3. That's Alavatagoda. White ball, Patana. Special pass. No numbers. Oh, forward pass. A referee seen something. He's brought play back. Penalty, Patana. Pressure again for Science College. They have to readjust their defense. My. It's all happening here at the Milo Trophy final. It's 7-8. And 38 minutes gone, and Science have held out. 2 minutes to go. Here we go. Drive it, drive! The number 4, Dilshan, dropped his shoulder and he did, and just drove underneath the post, and Science 3-1, right time.
13 points to 7. Patana has gone the 100 meters this time. Not short of the 100 meters.
And here is the replay. And we're just going to bring my good friend into just a wonderful try from Dilshan. How strong is that lad? Took 3 to try and stop him underneath the post. Itu, you're jumping up and down, and you're clapping, you're screaming. Itu Tusitala is just going to say hi, because this is beautiful to watch. Have a look at the conversion. Through the uprights. Yes, Itu.
Yes, Sean. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the most amazing rugby game. My goodness, this is better than the All Black vs. the Samoa. Fantastic.
He just getting carried away, but wonderful to see from the young
I'm actually hanging on the side of the balcony, just so excited. We're right in the.
Here's the replay. Here's Dilshan driving 1, 2, 3. He took with him, hammered through the post. That's what a good number 4 should always do. Itu.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Nice to see. You're enjoying the game so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm enjoying it so much. Just looking at this crowd and looking at the players. I mean, they're just right into it. It's good to be here.
Fabulous, Itu. We're going to talk with him a lot more later on. We're going to go to the highlights now of the first half. 15-7 at the end of that first half, first 40. Have a look at the highlights. Here are the boys in the huddle. It's a half-time, of course. Flaked out Shanghai. It's been a relentless first 40. Furious pace, huge tackles, hard running. Here's the highlights.
That's Patana's first scoring opportunity, but they completed the scoring. As we see, a 3-quarter move, long cut-off pass, and the conversion. And that Science College replying them, the center just going through the opposite numbers.
Madhuranga, beautifully done. That was the All Black sidestep straight down the middle. Beautifully converted as well. And Patana came straight back with the 7. It was 7-8 all the way through till the last 2 minutes. And there it was. Dilshan, the number 4, hammering through underneath the post. That's the final half-time score so far. It is beautiful, 15-7. Everything to look forward to in the second half. We're going to come back. We're going to go for a commercial break. And when we come back, Isipathana from Samoa is going to talk a little bit more about life here in Sri Lanka and what a special place this is to him. In the meantime, live on Channel I. First half done. Milo Trophy, second half coming up. All of you watching and on the live stream, don't go anywhere.
It's been a hard day.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. To enjoy the best music from those decades, tune into Cafe Classics every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
I shuffle. I shuffle.
I Shuffle every Monday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
It's been a hard day.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. To enjoy the best music from those decades, tune into Cafe Classics every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
I shuffle. I shuffle.
iShuffle every Monday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
Rise and shine in the morning, make your day light. Oh, 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 shining bright. Oh, 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 in the morning light. Oh, 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 it's joy in life. Shine to rise and
Rise and shine 6 to 7:30 a.m. every single morning on Channel I.
It's been a hard day.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. To enjoy the best music from those decades, tune into Cafe Classics every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's the win or lose with Milo. It is the Milo knockouts, of course, all the way. And the Milo champs, while you play your hearts out, remember, you are fueled by the scrums and the shouts and the screams. And it's the ardent cries of your fans from beyond the lines that makes the difference. Cheers to the massive crowd. Can we have a really big shout, everybody? Big cheer, both sides, come on! Very special indeed, and here we are, wonderful sight here. Cheers to the massive crowd who keep the game alive, and also the sharing of the spirit of rugby. This is a very special presentation, as you can see on screen. And here we are now, the Milo champion, to introduce all the stories. Have a look at this. This gentleman is going to receive a very special award. He's the big winner. Big handshake, big cheer. He's the champion today. He's won himself a bike, so he's actually going to ride it away. He's very nervous, you can see, from big handshake. Well done, Milo. Thank you very much indeed, sir. There you go. Live at halftime. This is what we're looking forward to. It's all part of fueling the winning spirit. And this is what rugby is all about. It's not only in the middle. It's also for the fans, opportunity. And today, a really good one. Dinesh, here we go. He's going to interview and have a chat with Mr. Egodoge and just talk about the good things about rugby and Milo.
Sean, thank. හොඳයි හිතවතුනි මේ වෙන විට මේ වසර 21ක් පුරාවටම මේ වැඩ කටයුතු වෙන ජනාධිපති කුසලානේ වෙනුවෙන් තමන්ගේ දායකත්වය ලබා දෙනවා නෙස්ලේ ලංකා සමාගම. එහිදී මයිලෝ පෙරදරි කරගෙන මාත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා එහි සාමූහික කටයුතු පිළිබඳ සහකාර උපසභාපති බන්දුලේගොඩගේ මහත්මයා. වසර 21ක් මේ ක්‍රියාන්විතය කරගෙන ආවා. මේ වසරේ මාසයකට ආසන කාලයක් ක්‍රියාත්මකයේ දැන් අවසන් අදිනට ඇවිල්ලා තිනවා. විශාල පිරිසක් ප්‍රබල කණ්ඩායම් දෙකක් දැක්කම සතුටු ඇති ආයතනයක් හැටියට.
හදවතේ සතුට කියා නිම කරන්න බැරි මොහොතක පාසල් ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨයේ විශේෂයෙන්ම ශ්‍රී ලංකා පාසල් ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨයේ ක්‍රීඩා ප්‍රගමනය වෙනුවෙන් මයිලු දැක්වූ අතිවිශිෂ්ට දායකත්වයේ තවත් එක් පියවරක් තමයි මේ අද තමුන්නාන්සලා ඉදිරියේ පෙන්වු කරන්නේ. ජනාධිපති කුසලාන 21 වසරක් තිස්සේ අඛණ්ඩව ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ පාසල් ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨයේ වෙනුවෙන් පිරිනමමින් ඒ වගේම අද මේ විශිෂ්ට දායකත්වය දෙමව්පියන්ගේ ඒ වගේම ප්‍රේක්ෂකයන්ගේ විශිෂ්ට දායකත්වයේ මත මයිලෝ අනුග්‍රහයෙන් දක්වනු මේ ක්‍රියාදාමයට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකා පාසල් ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨයේ වෙනුවෙන් අපි හැමදාම පාසල් ක්‍රීඩා ප්‍රගමනය වෙනුවෙන් මයිලෝ පෙරමුණ ගත්තා.
සැබවින්ම අප දකිනවා සෑම ක්‍රීඩා ඉසව්වකදීම පහේ පාසල් ක්‍රීඩාංශය තමන්ගේ දායකත්වය ලබා දෙනවා වර්ණ ප්‍රදානය කරනවා ආයතනයක් හැටියට මොකද්ද බලාපොරොත්තුව?
මම ඉතාමත් පැහැදිලිව කිව්වා පාසල් ක්‍රීඩා ශාස්ත්‍රයේ අද තියෙන දරුවා ඊගාවට ජාතික මට්ටමට එනවා ජාතික මට්ටමින් ජාත්‍යන්තර මට්ටමට ගමන් කරනවා. මේ ගමනේදී අති විශාල විශිෂ්ට දායකත්වයක් මයිලෝ වෙතින් ලබා දෙනවා කියලා මේ ආතාවේ නිහතමානීව මා ප්‍රකාශ කර සිටිනවා.
හොඳ අපි පැහැදිලිවම දකිනවා ක්‍රීඩා ඉසව්වලදී තමන්ගේ දායකත්වය ලබා දෙනවා මේ තමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩාවේ පළතවාන. මෙතනින් එහාට ඕනි ජාත්‍යන්තර මට්ටම ගෙන යන වැඩ කටයුත්තේදී මයිලෝ දායකත්වය කොහොමද?
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම අපි අපේ බලාපොරොත්තු එයයි අපි හොඳ පළතවානක් හදලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඉදිරියේදී ජාතික තලයේ විශිෂ්ට ක්‍රීඩකයන් රැසක් මයිලෝ වෙතින් බිහි වේවා කියලා අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
හොඳයි ඒ ප්‍රාර්ථනාවට අපේ සුභාශිංසන ඒ අප සමග සම්බන්ධ වුණේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා සමාගමේ සාමූහික කටයුතු පිළිබඳව සහකාර උපසභාපති බන්දුල එගොඩගේ මහතා. ෂාන් නැවතත් වෙනවා අපි ඔබ ඉන්න දිහාට.
Thank you very much, Dinesh and Mr. Bandula Egodage. How nice, and you saw those words. Prophetic in one way, because that's what Milo have done for sport and for rugby in particular, and a very proud occasion for the company as well, of course, for Nestle Lanka. How special indeed, and how grateful we are around the country. And to see Mr. Bandula out there today dressed up, very special of course, dressed up in his number ones, but he's very much the player. He's been there right from the start of the Milo Trophy. And this is the commitment that you like to see. And this is why sport in this country is in very good hands. Thank you very much indeed, Milo. Here we go with the second half. Everybody put your hands together. This is going to be a half that will decide who will be the champion. Very special indeed. 40 minutes of intense rugby. Could go either way. Don't be fooled by the try line or the score line. Referee Carter's done a fairly decent job so far, Changa, and I really have to say he's let the game go as much as he possibly can, and that's good to see. And that's really what you talk about IRB refereeing and continuity, and that's something that we need to encourage more. There's been issues about Sri Lanka refereeing. It's all part of the game. We need to get it right. And good to see that we have a referee, trainer and manager from New Zealand who's been helping here in Sri Lanka. And I'm looking forward to good things. Here we go at the start. The number 12 for Pathana. Nice clean catch from Silva. Hand up already for referee Kade, is playing the advantage as the ball goes back for Science. You have to get up, says referee Kada, which is true. So Science again guilty of those little errors, Changa. Sometimes those little errors cost you dearly.
Yeah, especially with the side like Isipathana. You can't have a error afternoon because they will punish you. They're good at that, they'll punish you. And the less mistakes Science make, it's going to be good for them because it's 15 points to 7. The second, just started the second half.
Well, it's going to be a relentless second half, 40 minutes of intense heartache for both sides if they don't get it right. The intensity of the work rate is something that we'll look forward to. Ball down the line for Pathana, cut out pass. Omalka in at woof, runs two, just bounces off one and takes three to bring him down. That's the strength of the man. Big drive, good tackle. Carry on, says referee Kada. Pathana still got numbers, but Science have turned ball over. Oh! Gonga. Gongawata couldn't collect cleanly and got clattered in the process. Maybe just took his eyes off the... Here he is, have a look at this. So, little error which gives Science exactly what they wanted early up in this second half. First scrum of the second half. Waiting on the referee's call.
Set. Steady.
In says referee, taken by the number 8, the skipper. Cut out! Oh dear, he stuck his hand out. Just not sure really. And the centre three-quarter was under pressure. Good defence, good rush up. Have a look at this, here's the defence coming up. Good, very good defence. He was in his face really quickly, the green shirt. And he knew had he caught that ball, he had a few grunts on that line there.
I think the wrong option taken by the halfback. He saw half a gap. He thought of going into that. By that time, the delay of thinking whether to take the gap or to give it out gave the opportunity for the defense to come up.
Absolutely, Changa. The window had closed really quickly, and that's what happens from good defenses. The drift worked really well, and the number 12 there for RANU Pereira in the center has had a decent game. Hard man. Wonderful to see these young lads and how well conditioned they are, Changa.
Yeah, you read the entire initials of Pereira, the number 12. RANU, Ranu Pereira.
Yes. He's got a Pereira namesake, which means he's got worries. One pushed away by Omalka. Just shoved the number 20 out of the way. That's Hashan Maduranga. Hashan, sorry. Oh! Has he got the pace to go all the way? Just pushed into touch. The number 11 for Patana. Punchihema. Was the number 14 rather, sorry. Galage. Well, it turns so quickly, Changa. It just swings around so quickly. Takes 30 seconds for the whole thing to turn around on its head. There it is. Terrible catch from the number 13 there for Science College. That's Maduranga. Couldn't hold on cleanly. And then, there you go. You saw it on your screen in slow motion. Skipper does the grind work and holds on cleanly and keeps it. Sets it back nicely. They're under pressure. Not a very good clearance at all. Omalka lurking exactly where he wanted to be. This is where he's strongest from. Good gain from him. Here's the lineup now. Oh! Dreadful story there. Referee's playing advantage. Signs on the break. Big long ball. Use the wind nicely. Oh! Tantalizing 22 restart. How much timing is that? Years and years with the number 15 there, Silva. Timed it perfectly because he knew had it bounced up he was going to get clattered from behind. But an excellent kick using the wind to its maximum advantage. We're just 5 minutes into the second half and the scoreline 7-15. 15 to Patana, 7 to Science. Don't forget, everything to play for. Gongawata with the 22 restart. Nobody there for... Nobody there to pass, so I was just about to say there's numbers for Science, and then he just cut himself in.
I'm sure keyword that I used to use right through this game, communication. Look at that. If they had communicated, that was a try. They should have communicated. I'm coming in.
There was a nice runway down that corner flag for that player, but he just decided to come back in without telling the ball carrier. Here's Patana now with the drive. Well, they've done really well with this rolling ball. The truck and trailer stories, very nice to see from Patana, Changa.
Yeah, it's good to see them driving, but I think that's coming through the. It's not coming through the gate. They're approaching the mall from the sides, and referee Carter. I think the Reds Science has given too many penalties at the beginning of the second half.
They certainly have. They're committing really hard and they're forgetting their basics a little bit, maybe a little bit too nervous as well. But Changa, you know, it's all part of the game. You need to just compose yourself again, come back and restart. It's a restart. You know, you look at the score lines and they would have talked about it. Rather than say 15-7, you just say, look, it's 0-all. Like, just have a go again and try and just get the points on the board and just get that pressure off the lads. But here's Patana with ball now. And of course, our lad, Mr. Itu Tusitala, sat very quietly. He's already put his hand up, and I'm going to let him tell you about what he thinks this game is going to go. And Here's the drive from Isipathana. Earned themselves the penalty in the process. Itu, you're enjoying the game so far. Now, tell Sri Lanka what you think that the team that you fancy in this game.
Yeah, I mean, like, I fancy this science team.
I'll take the next. Okay.
That's the referee just saying, that's it. That's the referee saying, pulling down. Changas indicated that the referee said Mr. 23, the skipper, was given a few yards too. All part of the game, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Very intense and.
So tell us.
So really, I mean, like, I think the science teams are doing really well, and they're doing.
And here's Itu
They're doing a perfect
on
job.
screen. You can see him smiling away. He's got his locks, his dreadlocks are all up on his head. I'm going to have dreadlocks by the next time I come.
That's right. That's right.
Here's Pathana now driving Itu. They are strong though. I know you say that science have got what it takes, but look at this big lad.
Yeah, absolutely.
The number 8.
When they get rolling, what's the team?
Pathana.
The Pathana team. Oh man, they just get lethal. Absolutely. Wow.
They are strong on the deck. They really do drive hard, but it's a knock forward. But having seen the quality of this rugby, tell me how much you're enjoying this game.
Oh, I love this game so much, and I think I'm enjoying it more than you, Sean, because I think my team is going to come to the to beat your team.
Okay, so there you go. Itu's decided that Science College is his team, by the way.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
the red shirts, and I'm not anybody. I'm just hoping that it's going to be a very strong game. Pathana looking strong now. They put a lot of pressure on your Science line, so let's see how they go from here. It's a Science scrum and a pressure scrum for them. They need to try and get away from here, Itu.
Oh, right. I mean, you got to get away. You got to get away. There you go. And the Science have really just consistently, defending the line. The first half and the second half, and I just love their attitude to the, so.
There's a penalty again for not releasing on the deck, so referee Carter right on the button, and skipper Amalka has taken it quickly. There you can see him telling, calm down, no need to panic. That's a good skipper, just saying, listen lads, calm it down, get your job done, look at where you are, look at where we are. That's always a sign of a good skipper.
I think that the number 8 has got half Samoan in his blood. He is big, he's huge, he's huge.
Well, he'll love that. He'll love this when he listens to this commentary, that you actually Samoan paid him a compliment and said he's got half Samoan blood. Well, the other half Samoan is here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Hello, Ali Lema, wherever he might be watching as well, our good mates.
Yeah, great game. And man, this is an electrifying atmosphere. And, Sean, I can't believe how big this crowd is for a school final. This is amazing. This is amazing, Sri Lanka. Unbelievable.
Yes, there you go. That's the intensity and popularity at school level. A2 rugby is the #1 popular sport in Sri Lanka. So you can see the numbers, and this is what it's all about. Here you go, Pathana. Should have offloaded really. He needed to have passed that. And Science on the break, collected cleanly by Silva. Does really well for his team.
Yeah, it's like the number 10 has been controlling their team well, and I think if they just let the ball go, it'll be totally like something different with their attack line. But they just keeping holding on to the ball.
A little bit too long, I know. Here we go again. There's the number 2 for Pathana, Nisal Deshika. Wide ball, numbers, 1-on-1. Where's he gonna go? He's cut back inside. Does well, still stands up in the tackle. Penalty for Pathana. Kolomage in, so Itu, when you look at the crowd, when you look at the intensity of the rugby, makes you feel at home, eh?
Yeah, pretty much, man, very much. I mean, like last week we felt at home because we took the All Blacks, and Mansamo took the All Blacks on, and the crowd was actually amazing, and the game was actually historically, first time ever the All Black came to Samoa for the first time in the history of rugby in the Pacific, and it was amazing monument for the All Blacks to be playing in Samoa.
Very true, and of course a great reflection of the spirit of Manu Samoa rugby. And a great compliment, E2, that the All Blacks actually, the world champion
That's right,
All Blacks travelled to Manu Samoa and played in Apia. How nice.
I mean, really much. That's a sign of things to come, Sean. You know, small nations. You know, that's the whole idea of being, get behind sports.
That's
and,
true.
And I think Sri Lanka should get behind a lot of these sports.
And the threefer from Gongawata, nicely done for his school, Patana. This is 3 points, very valuable 3 points as well, E2. You need to get the points on the board and just keep
Absolutely.
making
You
sure
just
that
got to put the tally up and put pressure on the other side, because you never know what happened in the last few minutes. So I think they just got to get the points up and make the other team work for their points.
2-2 and Maduranga with the restart. 13 minutes and 30 seconds gone in the second half. If you're joining us on this Channel I broadcast, it's live around the world, streaming live on www.channeli.lk. So text your mates around the world and say, it's another live final from Colombo, from Royal College, the city by the sea, Sri Lanka, my country, our paradise. And we've got another lad from paradise, Itu Tusitala, who sat comfortably with his
That's right.
dreadlocks talking the game for us. Special indeed.
Absolutely, thank you, Sean. I mean, I will never be anywhere else than being in Sri Lanka, and it's a privilege to be here. And great to say hello to all my good friends all over the world, and it's good to be here.
There you go. Spoken like a true islander, all of us. Proud islanders, of course. And then Itu was talking about the All Blacks and how they travelled to Manu Samoa for a historic test match and had a hard time of it. And actually did say that, Manu Samoa gave the Blacks a good run for their money. And the coach Hansen said, watch out for the All Blacks, watch out for Samoa in the World Cup.
That's right. I mean, like 25-16. I mean, that's the unquestionable. Like, you played against one of the best team in the world, and you come up that scoreline to reflect how Samoa are coming up to the World 15.
Brilliant, and we look forward to that, and we look forward to the World Cup, and you'll see the World Cup here on Channel I.
That's
Fabulous. Right. So in the meantime, back to the live in the middle here at the Royal Park, the Royal Enclosure. Stolen, turnover ball. Not complimented by Silva, the number 15, after Amarka did all that hard work, and his packet ripped that ball away for a decent turnover. Here's Kongawata with the high up and under that doesn't go anywhere. It's collected cleanly. Ball's gone forward, so knock forward there. Wonderful. Milo, the powerhouse brand behind every big sports game in Sri Lanka. We are very proud to be part and parcel of the commentary today. Sat at the Royal Complex, talking the game on a beautiful day here in Colombo. Beautiful in every sense of the word, because there's no shortage of commitment from both these teams, Changa. Itu's been talking about how proud he is to be here. We are even prouder to have him here. As a penalty now, the crowd are all standing up, because this is tantalizingly poised. 18-7, that can change in the space of a minute. 56 minutes gone so far, 16 minutes gone in this second half, Changa.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been very quiet listening to, thinking how you're going to have grey braided hair on Sean's head. And I was thinking about that more than the game. That's absolutely right. 18 points to 7. And it's still anyone's game, because it's 2 scores away, and that's nothing in a 80-minute game.
2-2, and the furious pace of this game is nicely done by the number 8 there, the skipper Nasindu, trying to hit through that first phase ball, getting tackled in the process. Opposite numbers doing their tackling well. Nicely collected just outside his 22. Really well done. Penalty, says referee. Not moving away from the tackler.
Yes, that's correct call by referee Carter.
That's good call from referee Carter, who really has had a good game so far. He's been fair, he's been consistent, and he's let the game go, Changa, more than anything else. That's what we all want to see.
Absolutely right. But I was thinking about the kick, the cross kick the Suns winger should have chased it down and gone for the ball rather than waited till the Pathana winger.
Well, that's the
collected.
decision, Chango, because sometimes you decide you're going to stay and hit the tackle, or rather, I would say, if you're able to contest for the ball, go for it. And if you're able to contest in the air, everything's possible.
You got to contest. That's when the ball is put up in the air.
You make a half chance into a full chance, and you might just get away because there's only one person, and it's that the one collecting or catching the ball. And if you collect that ball cleanly and get away, you have a good 30-40 meters. Almost interception, Chango.
He just missed that. Fingertips. The crowd is so at their best with the screaming at the players. You can hardly hear the referee's whistle.
Look forward.
Just missed it.
That's Madhuranga on the deck there, just driving away. Got stepped on a little bit, got shooed by his own team, really. But sometimes that happens. You just got to get up quickly. Well, all you can do is protect your head as much as you possibly can and then get away from it as fast as you can. Ball for Isipathana. The number 9 on the park.
Set. Steady, 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 steady.
Madhuranga, the other Madhuranga who's playing at number 9. Ball in. Nicely controlled by Omalka. The ball's going a little bit slow, really. They need to be a little bit more pace on the ball, really. They're running a little bit flat, says Itu. He's concerned. Well, he shouldn't be because it's against his team. And he's already called that Science are going to go all the way with this game. And Pathana have a lot of work ahead of them. Well, they're sitting comfortably so far with an 18-7 lead. There's a shot at the bench.
Yeah, I think Sean, I can feel like, Pathana is actually doing more work. And, I'm sure they're going to run out of steam because they know they're just running the ball, very wide, and they're not they're not running with pace. They're just passing the ball instead of running with pace. They come through. So let's see what happens.
2-2 and a good break from the skipper. Lasindu for Science. They got a long line. The drift defense has to happen. Oh! Just short of that, just inside the 22. Referee says penalty. Shanga, what's that for?
Not rolling away, delaying the ball from coming out.
So the Science cheer goes up now and Pathana on their line have to defend it for all their worth. 18-7 is the scoreline. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go in this all-important Milo Trophy knockout final. And it really has been a storm in the middle. Wonderful day for Milo, of course. Milo nourishing ambitions through sports and fueling the winning spirit, living up to their expectations. Ball in front again, that short line out, a surprise package. They've driven a little bit closer. Their feet away, just a meter or two. The skipper now, maybe 2 foot or 3 feet away from that line. Pathana's defense, desperately holding on. Stolen, turnover ball. Referee says penalty. My goodness. This is pressure. Pathana very much in jail now. They really have to defend their line for all it's worth. The big men rolling towards the line. The big number 23, the skipper, trying to go for the post, is driven back by the Isipathana defense. They got numbers again. Short man, try time. The scrubber. The number 20. Hashan. Madhua. Well, what can you say about that? He saw the gap He's one-on-one. He was going to run at anybody, really. But beautifully done. Try time for Science. Itu.
I told you, Shawnee. I told you this is what it is. There you go. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like this little halfback is unbelievable. The steps. The step was just amazing. You know, the finishing was amazing, Sean.
Absolutely,
I
and
told
that's
you
what it's
that
all about.
This is what it's final. This is what he called rugby finals.
This is a final
This is
in
the
every
final.
sense of the word. Here
That's
we
right.
go. Science
So
run
we got
back.
a game on. We got a game on.
Game
Absolutely.
on,
Wow.
for sure.
You know, this is an amazing crowd, and that's what it's all about. Bringing the crowd into their feet and making it more than what rugby is all about. Is about entertaining, and this is a very entertaining rugby. Fantastic.
Brilliant. New numbers on for Patana as well. Fresh legs. Thank you, Itu. It really is the height of entertainment as Hashan scores underneath. Well, he's just done it, and then the conversion from Madhuranga, good. So 18-14, 23 minutes gone. The Milo Trophy President's Final. My. Fresh legs coming on the park for Isipathana. It's all happening. Wherever you're watching this game, stand up and cheer. It doesn't matter what school you're from. It doesn't matter what corner of Sri Lanka you're living in. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're living in. This is good stuff. It really does charge your adrenaline and makes you feel good that this game is in good hands.
Shano, you near the goal line, you're looking for big numbers, big boys. You saw the smallest of the
Yes.
park taking the try, making the try. Rankotge is on. Asit the guy Shan is off. The wing three-quarter. Punchu Heva is off. The Reds, the tails up. The Greens have to do a lot of work to do now.
Yes, they do. That was a very good tackle from Madhuranga on Silva. Waited nicely till he caught the ball, and then he just clattered him. Oh my goodness! That wasn't a very good kick. He's got all the way. Try time! This is unbelievable! Science College have come back, stormed back from a dreadful kick from the fly half. You were just saying, and that's exactly what they did. They came back, they took a new ball, a catch in the middle of nowhere. It was a very bad kick, and he had two to beat. He did it with style.
Unbelievable, Sean. This is electrifying. You know, when he kicked that ball to number 10, that winger was guaranteed that he was going to get that ball, and you just feel the atmosphere when you get that ball.
There's the catch.
He knows he was going to go for it.
Inside.
And he didn't stop. He
Pace.
didn't, just like electrifying. There you go.
Beautiful pace.
Just a step, just a lot more aggressive, and believing that he's going to get to that try line. Fantastic.
Unbelievable. Was that the number 12 who scored?
Yes.
It looked like the number 12 who scored, and Madhuranga, the number 13, took the conversion.
This is the number 12 that is being absolutely playing this game with everything. He could defend, he tackle, he runs, and I'll tell you what, this is the game. This is a fantastic game.
It's the number 14, sorry. The number 14, Silva, PSRD Silva. Outstanding.
Sorry.
But just magic, just magic. He turned it from nothing into everything.
You know, so in the first half, I think the team that was like dominating, it was Apawana, the team that is dominating
yes.
from the first half.
That's right.
You know, and they're getting tired. All right, and I think that there's a little bit more aggression from the college, Science College, in the next 10-20 minutes go. I think this will be a different game altogether.
All right, there you go. So living up to Itu's prediction, Science reply with a fantastic try from young Silva, PSRD Silva. His name's going to go down in history because he's put Science 21-18 in front after Patana having led all the way till now.
They were dominating. Up in one, I was dominating right from the beginning, you know, and now it's like getting a lot more for Science College to really consistently just stay patient and just keep playing the way they're playing.
2-2 as now Patana start to roll towards the line. The number 7, fresh legs on the park. He's just come on the park there, and he's Columbagay. Penalty to Science College.
And you know when you are shown when you play pressure rugby, it really is. That's what happened. And when you play pressure rugby, when you suddenly you're behind, you start to do silly things. And this is a lot of things. Mistakes are going to start with the Apiwana College.
The Patana School, yes. Well, those are things, of course. How you respond to pressure, how you practice for pressure, and how you survive in the middle. It's 27 minutes gone, and the time is ticking. 21-18. There's the boys just geeing themselves up. There's the number 20 who was instrumental in that fabulous try, young Hashan. The crowd are on their feet. The number 12, Pereira, he has been such a workhorse, has played every second so far with his heart and his head and his body on the line. Outstanding from Science. Will Patana have some petrol left? We'll find out soon enough in the next 15 minutes to decide who will take the President's Trophy. And of course, Milo fueling the winning spirit. Well, you can't ask for better than this in a big final. Itu.
Yes, absolutely. The most thing about like getting to the to maintain the pressure is just keep calm down, and that's what they have to do. The two teams are playing great rugby.
Really are, and it's just everything. It's all or nothing. Science just trying to get away now, getting into trouble a little bit. Didn't really, nothing really, tried to chip it away and got caught in the process and give a penalty away. That's a penalty to Patana. What is he going to do? Is he going to go for the 3? He's got time on the clock, but he's decided he's going to go for the corner and try and walk this line out from there. Let's see if it's the right call. Changa said go for the 3. My inclination was also go for the 3. Get up the 21 there, and then you're even Steven. But Itu, they've decided to go for the line out. Confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is what makes this team is if they can get this rolling line outs, they'll get to the line.
Not a very good line out there. It was very, very untidy and nicely cleaned up by the scrum half. Science there, the dust kicks up. Science there in numbers, but Patana still have ball. They're going to just grind it a little bit now.
That's what I said to Sean. It's just the pressure rugby. When you pressure, things change, and you make mistakes.
That's true. Big kick there. Right across the park now. To the little wingman. He's under pressure. He's caught. Keeping it close. Just some face play now. Patana need to calm down a little bit and do what they are best at. Nice offload. Beautiful offload. My goodness.
Yeah, that was a forward pass there, Sean.
Yeah, referee was there. It looked like it was a very, very flat pass. The referee says no, forward pass. So
I've never seen a crowd standing on their feet the whole 40 minutes in the last half.
Have a look at this.
Crazy.
Here it is. Oh, referee says forward. It looked flat from our side, but then the cameras are a different place. And the referee is on the spot, in line with the ball. Have a look at this. Flat pass or not, referee says forward. Well, Changa, the player was behind, but the ball just drifted a little bit, I thought. That's maybe the referee was, well, it was his call.
DRS, my friend, is the referee's on-field umpire's call. And having said that, I just want to see, I see TVS been sponsoring Science and Entra sponsoring Patana.
Well, it's so important that you have the sponsorships. So well done to TVS and well done to Entrust. They're a big part of the game, of course. Tried to step in, the little scrum half did and got caught in the process. As he given a penalty where referee's hand almost went up. He said carry on, the advantage. Scrum half puts the ball up. Silva calls for it, takes it cleanly. Oh, has he miscalculated? Yes, he has. Ball out on the full.
The ball out on the full, but I see the referee, the touch judge had a...
Touch judge was asking, wasn't he? Did the ball touch somebody? touch judge is having a word with the ref, as you can see on screen.
Number 8.
32 minutes on the clock.
Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Green, green.
Referee is calling the skipper. He's calling the number 12 over.
There's a high tackle. 8, 8. Okay. Okay, this is a vice captain. Okay. He's made a high tackle from there. Okay, sir. Okay? Sorry, sir. I gone the toilet from there. Okay, sir.
Referee says high tackle. And he's
High
gone
tackle.
back. Yeah. Where the touch judge indicated that there was a high tackle, and they took the penalty back and gave the penalty advantage to Science College. So they'll get a kick, which they will drive down the path. Maduranga does exactly that.
The clock is ticking. It's 73 minutes gone, but I think the referee had some stoppages, which our clock just kept on running. We didn't stop.
True. So it's really on the referee's clock. Just in case you're watching the clock on screen, don't be guided by that. That's just an indicator for us. It's really the referee's clock that matters. It's a good line out from Science. They've got a long line. They're going to work the hands. Man coming round the corner. Maduranga with hands. Tackled with ball is the number 12, I think. Ball again for Science. They got numbers. Diving tackles from the Patana skipper and the back row forwards for Patana. Desperate times rather. Held by the skipper Omalka. Again, ball for Science. Long line, plenty of numbers. The skipper gets away, runs into tackles, takes 1 and 2. Excellent work from Lasindu. Nice catch, cleanly done. Big long cutout pass. Oh dear. Offside, says referee. Patana caught napping.
You was absolutely right. In fact, that Patana, I think the fitness level is stepping down. And as you said, if you run the 99, you got to complete it and put points on the board. And this is what is happening. And the Reds, Science, they are on their toes. I think they're starting a fresh game.
They've got petrol. They certainly have got petrol and are looking sharper. And this is what it's all about. The last 15 minutes, the last 10 minutes. It's the team that has the bigger heart and more petrol that's going to go. How much are you going to run that tank for your side, for your flag? How much courage, how much guts, how much have you got? And that's the ask now. You can see that on your screen. Line out ball, done cleanly. Science, big long cutout pass. Nicely set back by the centre three-quarter. Again, ball available. Ball down the park, outside the 22. Collected by Maduranga, who's in the right place at the right time. Passes inside. Driving for the line. Science College doing everything right. Getting the little things right. Get up, get away, says referee Carter. Here's a big up and under from skipper Lasindu. Penalty given anyway. It's a penalty awarded to Science College. It's all happening, E2, my goodness.
Sean, this game is just getting more thriller. And I'll tell you, man, do you feel what I'm feeling? You feel what I'm feeling.
We're all over. The monitors don't make any sense anymore because we're trying to follow this game everywhere. It's helter-skelter.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It's gone too far.
Yeah.
A dreadful error from Maduranga. He's kicked it over the goal line, and Patana get a chance to get away.
Oh, it's fantastic.
My goodness.
This is wow watching. Wow, being here to watch this game, and
you come a long way too.
Oh, I came all this way to watch this really special final. You know, Sean, it's all about composure now.
That's
it's about keeping in composure and just keep grinding at it and then you come to the end. But just two teams are just getting more tired. So
That's it. That is it. It is the point of difference. How big the heart, how much the petrol,
That's right.
how good the fitness, how good the recovery. 21-18. 4 minutes plus left on the clock. They're running from their own line. He should kick it out of pressure. Silva does the bridging. Numbers arrive in shirts, the green shirts. They're running it outside their 22. Science caught on the wrong side. Referee's there. He knows exactly where everything is. Patana now. They've got numbers.
the defense line of the Science is very, very good, and it shows like they wanted to defend.
It certainly does, and they're committing everything to this. Oh, the number 4. He's the one who scored before. He's gone on a few 20-30 meter gain. Patana throwing everything. Everything is not enough. Science win. That holding on the deck, says referee. All that good hard work from the number 4 undone.
And it just continue to say the pressure rugby. It's all about keeping it composure. When you rush, when you're behind the scoreline, Sean,
you make those little
you
mistakes.
make mistakes, totally mistake, and this is what it looks like.
It certainly does. My goodness, it has been.
And the
a
crowd
storm of a
just
final.
going wild over here, and unbelievable.
No shortage. The light is dipped visibly, but that doesn't seem to matter. Here we are now. The crowd standing up. All of us are standing up. It is relentless.
The only thing I see, Sean, is your white hair.
Yes, and that's a good thing. At least that is there to shine. And here we are now with just 2-3 minutes left, plus injury time on the referee's clock, not on ours. Remember, it's not what you see on your screen. It's what the referee decides. Line up ball, Science, taken cleanly. Decide them all. Big man
And
running forward.
They're coming. The Sciences really feel the confidence, feel the energy more because they're in the front, and that's what they play.
Oh, that ball line, the ball's gone back. Ball there, says referee, what do you want? Amalka nominates that they'll take the scrum from the kick, from the point of the kick. So that's
Just a little bit,
advantage.
just a little bit too hard on their kick, and just put more pressures on the Patana team.
So they've kept them pinned inside their
just
own 22.
really much. They've been playing here all this last 10 minutes and a half, and it's very, very pressure rugby, and that's what they call pressure rugby.
And that's a sign of a good side being able to weather it, and the other side being able to,
Well, they were
capitalize on
consistent
that.
with their defending at the beginning because they did defend right from the word go.
True.
So Patana were attacking, and this is the result that's going to happen.
The last bits, Itu, the last bits. Will your
Counting
red
down.
shirts triumph? Here we go. Patana. Good tackles coming in. Skipper Malka there, setting up nicely. Bodies thrown at the ball. Ball's gone back.
That's
number 5 under pressure. Sarat Chandra, just by the time he went down, the ball just bounced off his hands. And that looks like it. This looks like the big story.
the
As
story begins
Yes.
in the next 2 minutes or 4 minutes. I mean, just like pressure rugby, Sean, just pressure. When you have pressure on your side and you're behind, you'll start to do things that you've never done it before. And this is what looks like with the Patana College. They've just lost their really drive in the front 4-5. So really, that's what pressure rugby is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. A few minutes and history will be created. And if it stays like this.
Wow, that's amazing.
There we are, holding it up. Referee Carter will look at his watch a few more times. It's a precious scrum for Science. They just need to hold it together.
This will be
Big
an
drive,
amazing
big leg drive from Oh my goodness! History has been made.
Science have won.
Science have won the Milo Trophy knockout final against
Look at
the
the
odds,
crowd. Look at
against
the crowd.
everything. They have come here, they believed in themselves, and they've done it. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yes, I just feel, Sean, this is one of the most amazing final. And you told me this is history. Oh my gosh, it's like this is what rugby is all about. And this is the school rugby in your country. Wow, in Sri Lanka, fantastic. This is awesome.
That's it. That is it, E2. Much pride to these kids. Well done to the management, to the school, to the staff,
Absolutely.
everybody who's been involved with both sides, really. To be able to come out and run 80 minutes at this pace is unbelievable. This is at the end of a long league season.
Wow.
And these kids
This is
have
amazing,
been playing out from the start. They've been out from March and they haven't looked back, and it's been unbelievable. Weekend after weekend to be able to run out and turn out this level of work rate and performance
Yes,
at this stage
absolutely.
of a final is it's just almost you can't quantify that in words.
That's right. That's right. Because it's just really true. You know, the way that the college. You know, even though they're behind from the first half, they really came out, and you can show the results of what they did right from the end with the word finish. You know, and they're
Unbelievable.
really amazing. So this is a history thing for the college.
Yes, it is.
To
It's
really-
the first time they were in a big final as well, Changa. And well done, E2. Thank you very much. Science in the final for the first time, and they picked the Milo Trophy up like it was theirs. It was unbelievable when you consider how much petrol they had at the end and how hard they played all the way through the 80.
Absolutely. They just, it was for on saying that the legs, the petrol, as you call it, had to count. But my hats off to Colin Dinesh and Ransilu and Akacha Surya for bringing this side together. And I watched them playing Trinity, and I was so impressed with their quality of play. And I told them, don't worry about it. You will come through. You will come through.
Well done,
Absolutely.
Changa. Well, it's open rugby, and that's what we've always come to watch and enjoy and love. It's the speed of that ball, the ball pace, and the daring and the skill. In the first phase, rugby they actually indulged in. They took the ball, they took it quickly, and they kept the hands, and they just ran as hard as they could. And if they ever got a small gap, they were through. They ran as hard as they possibly could into every gap. Isipathana defended as much as they possibly could. But in the end, they just seemed to run out of petrol in that last 10-15 minutes. It really was a science story. And you have to put your hand up for them. You have to say, amazingly engineered. And really, this is what heart is all about. The heart for rugby, the heart for performance, the heart for your school. When you put your hand and your body on the line, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just the aura of.
We're going to look at the
watching,
highlights and just rerun and rewind. Here it is. Unbelievable. The story is here. This is right from the start, E2.
Yep. I mean, like they say, you know, Up and Out have really dominated from the beginning of the first half. You know, and they're really looking really good. But you know, like I think they tried too much instead of like finishing. But you know, the team that I saw from the beginning, they were consistent. You know, and then they're really like just patient. And rugby is all about like grinding and patient, and then things will come. You know, so believing in your team, believing in yourself, and that's what it's all about, being a winner.
Opportunity, and that's what Science had today, the opportunity.
Yes.
And they took it with both arms and feet and just wiped the story clean. They wiped the slate, took history on their side, and have rewritten the books.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's so good about being in sports. You know that it's quite intense, especially rugby. You know, and then I think this country really needs to look at more. You know, of this sort of caliber of sports and teams, and that's what it's all about.
Here's a try that made the difference. This
Yes.
lad just collected a
Just
ball
quick,
cleanly.
just so quick.
Really quick, the number 14 there. Science number 14, Silva.
Silva. His name's Silva.
Silva, the match winner.
Oh, no wonder why his name is Silva, because he's very quick. Silver bullet.
Yes, there you go. Very well
Yes.
said by Itu. The Silva bullet indeed finished it off. And we're now going down to the presentation. Here are the full-time stats on your screen. For those of you who believe in history, it's 21-18. Patana controlled it for much of the part. For the last 15 minutes, that changed. In the last 8 minutes, that changed again. 3 versus 2 tries. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, the presentation of this historic Milo President's Trophy 2015.
Aya used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's the day everything changed. Milo Energy, from the goodness of milk, malt, barley and chocolate, brings out the best in you. Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Aya used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's the day everything changed. Milo Energy, from the goodness of milk, malt, barley and chocolate, brings out the best in you. Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to these joyous scenes, these euphoric scenes here at the Royal College Complex in Colombo. Science College have done the impossible. They've come from behind all the way. They were behind all the way this game. 60 minutes of the game, they were behind Isipathana, and then suddenly one strike, beautiful try from Silva, the number 14 winger, and it changed the history of the whole story. Everything done and delivered. As you talk about the important things in life, you talk about the simple things in life, you talk about commitment, you talk about the stories that matter, and you talk about how important it is when you commit to a team that you give it absolutely everything. We're just waiting for the presentation trophy, the presentation of the Milo President's Trophy, and of course it really has been a scintillating final in every sense of the word. And these big finals will draw out the best and the most spectacular of tries, and that's what this one did. Science looked like it was going to be a tough call for them when the game started. In the first half really belonged to Isipathana, but then it changed. We're going to hand you down to the presentation ceremony. Thank you very much from all of us. Enjoy the trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a tremendous game in front of us. Can we get a round of applause for the two teams, Isipathana and Science? Thank you very much. We take this opportunity to introduce our presentation party, which includes our chief guest is Mr. Nimal Leuke, needs no introduction to the rugby arena. He's president of the Sri Lanka Sports Council. We have our guest of honor, the managing directors of Nestle Lanka, Mrs. Shivani Hedge. There's Mr. Norman Kannankara, assistant vice president beverages Nestle Lanka. Mr. Bandule Goduge, assistant vice president corporate affairs Nestle Lanka, and president of the Sri Lanka Export Development Board. On behalf of the Sri Lanka Schools Rugby Football Association, we have their secretary, their president, Mr. Ranjit Chandrasekhara, the secretary, Mr. Susantha Mendes, and Mr. Nirodha Vijayarama, the treasurer of the association. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a tremendous game of very high proportions, and our first presentation will be for the Milo most popular Ruggerite of the year 2015. We take this opportunity to cordially invite our guest of honor, Mrs. Shivani Hedge, the managing directors of Nestle Lanka, to make the presentation. The winner was selected with you, the fans, voting through Facebook and SMS. And the Milo Most Popular Ruggerite of the Year 2015 from Royal College, Wing 3/4, Bhanuka Ratnayaka. Member of the championship winning league team from Royal College. The most popular Ruggerite of the Year 2015. Congratulations, Bhanuka. Then we also cordially invite Mrs. Hedge to be around. This is for the player of the tournament in the President's Trophy Championship. And the organizers and the officials have had no hesitation in naming the fly half of Science College, Nisad Niranjan. Wonderful performance. The team really did extremely well. 3 touchdowns and the gold, all of them. And a tremendous performance from him. It's a record-breaking effort and it has been a great story. We congratulate Nisad Niranjan. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. We thank you, Mrs. Shivani Hegde. Cordially inviting our chief guest, Mr. Nimal Leuke. He has been a former coach of the national team and championship winning captain for the Sri Lanka Police. And he will be awarding the medals and certificates for the runner-up team. They are runners-up for the second tournament this year, but they have played and enjoyed a superb season. Isipathana College, Colombo. Collect your medals and certificates. Led by Mercurial number 8, Omalka Gunaratna. The team was coached by Nilufar Ibrahim. Master in charge, Sumedha Chanaka. I'm sure the principal, Mr. Premasari Appa, will be a very happy person for the way the team played. They have been truly fantastic ambassadors for the game of rugby at schools level, and certainly for Milo. Milo, the major promoters of major sports, have done extremely well to get around here. Now request the captain of Isipathana, Omalka Gunaratna, to receive the runner-up trophy from Milo. Omalka, if you would come in quickly. Thank you very much. On behalf of your team, year 2015 Milo knockout runners-up, Isipathana! Okay, our chief guest, Mr. Nimal Leuke, is now ready for the presentation of the last big award. Cordially inviting Lasindu Karunatilaka, Captain of Science College, to receive this wonderful trophy. Receive the championship trophy. A superb season. You have had a tremendous amount of enthusiasm for the brand of rugby, and Science College, Mount Lavinia, a fantastic achievement!
Thank you very much indeed, Harita, of course. Presentation ceremony there, and to chief guest Nimal Leuke. And of course, there you go. We're going to run out from here. It has been a wonderful final for the Milo President's Trophy. Science coming back from behind and sorting it out. Unbelievable. Isipathana coming second again. All part of history now. Well done to Science. Well done to Isipathana. This is the best of school rugby. We're out. Thank you very much. May your God go with you. Bye-bye. We'll see you World Cup soon.
And the wonderful trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Milo.
Aya used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's the day everything changed. Milo Energy, from the goodness of milk, malt, barley and chocolate, brings out the best in you. Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Hello, President's Trophy Grand Finale. Isipathana versus Science College.
Milo, fueling the winning spirit.
It's been